Okay, now we will complete first determinant, then again after that we will take the remaining portion of matrices. Okay, so next is determinant. Now actually we can't find the value of matrices, okay now, but you can find the value of determinant of a matrix, and determinant is only defined for square matrix. Okay, only for square matrix. Okay, and now suppose we have any square matrix. A is this one, 1 2 0 5 minus 1 3 7 2 0. Okay, suppose this is the square matrix A. Okay, then determinant of this square matrix A is represented as this one. Okay, and if you want to, determinant of A is represented as det A. Okay, and sign for this one is only this one. Okay, so this is the determinant of square matrix A. Also determinant can be represented as D or del. Okay, and sometimes you can also write this one as D3, determinant of order 3. Okay, if D3 is written, it means we have a determinant of order 3. 3 it means 3 by 3, because determinant is only defined for square matrix now. Okay, so this is D3 means determinant of order 3 or 3 by 3. Okay, this is the meaning of D3. So determinant is only defined for square matrix. We can't find the value of matrices, but we can find the value of determinant of a square matrix. You can write the determinant, you can represent the any determinant as a D or del, or if there is a square matrix A, then this one is det A, determinant of A. Okay, now see, it means we can find the value of determinant. If you have determinant of 1 by 1 square matrix, suppose this is the 1 by 1 square matrix. Okay, now determinant of this one is, if this is the A, then det A is equals to this one, and value of 1 by 1 square matrix is equals to same as it is. This is the element. This might be positive, negative, doesn't matter. This is not mode, this is det 2. Okay, suppose if A is a 2 by 2 square matrix, 1 3 5 7. Okay, then determinant of A is, this is the sign of determinant, 1 3 5 7. Now if you want value of this one, just simply this one into this one minus this one into this one. So 1 into 7 7 minus 5 into 3 15. Okay, minus 8. This is the value of 2 by 2 square matrix. Now if you want the value of 3 by 3 square determinant of square matrix, okay, if you want the value of 3 by 3 determinant, then first we have to understand about minor and cofactor, then you can find. Okay na, so first I am taking minor and cofactor. For 1 by 1 and 2 by 2 directly we can find, but to find the value of determinant of 3 by 3, first we have to take a minor and cofactor of element. So first I am taking minor and cofactor. Actually minor is also determinant, but that is the minor determinant of any element. Okay, see, 1 minute. Now next is minor and cofactor. Okay, first I am taking minor. Now let we have any general n by n determinant. In general, I am taking determinant of order n. Okay, it means n by n. Suppose this is the n by n determinant, number of row n, number of column also n. Okay, suppose this element is a11, a12, a13, at the end what we have, a1n. Okay, then a21, a22, a23 and a2n. Okay, thank you. a31, a32, a33, at the end a3n. Okay, and this is the last row, an1, an2, an3 and ann. Okay, this is the determinant of general determinant of an order. Now we want minor and cofactor. Now see, first minor. Okay, choose any element. Actually, minor and cofactor for any element of determinant. Okay, suppose I am taking A11. I want minor of A11. Now see, minor of A11. Minor of A11 is represented as M11. M for minor, minor of A11. Okay, now how to get M11? Actually, minor of any element is also a determinant. Okay, how to get this minor determinant? Just simple. If you want minor of A11, first hide the corresponding row and column. Okay, so A11, this is the A11. If you want minor of this one, hide the corresponding row, it means first row and first column. Okay, and then make the determinant for remaining element. Okay, in appeared order. Okay na? So how to get minor of A11? If you want minor of A11, first hide the corresponding row and column. Okay, and make the determinant of remaining element as it is. So see, these are the remaining element now. Okay, so make the determinant of this one. So if you hide this one first row and first column, then these are remaining. Determinant of these remaining elements are A22, A23. At the end, what we have? A2n. Okay, first row and first column we have to hide. Now after that, what we have? In second row we have to start with A32, A32, A33, A3n, and at the end AN2, AN3 and ANN. Okay, this is the minor of A11. Okay na, you can find now. To find the minor of any element, first hide the corresponding row and column and then make the determinant of remaining all element. Okay, order of this one is n. Order of minor of any element is n minus 1. Okay na, n minus 1 by n minus 1, it means order is n minus 1. Now choose any other element whose minor we have to find. Okay, suppose I am taking A22. Okay, you can take anything, doesn't matter, A12, A13, you can find the minor of every element. Okay, I am taking A22, minor of A22 or okay, A22, minor of A22. Now minor of A22 is represented as M22. Okay, now how to find M22? To find the minor of A22, hide the corresponding row and column. Okay, it means I have to hide second row and second column. Okay na? This one and this one. Okay, second row and second column, and make the determinant of remaining element. So as appeared, see, determinant of remaining element, we have to hide second row, second column, because A22 lies in second row and second column na. Okay, so A11, after that A13, we can't take any element of second row and second column. Okay, A13, after that A1n. Now you can't take second row, A31, A33, A3n, and at the end AN1, AN3, because you can't take second column na, and ANN. Okay, so this is the minor of A22. Similarly, you can also find the minor of A12. Minor of A12, it means M12. How to get M12? If you want M12, then hide the corresponding row and column. Okay, and make the determinant of remaining element. It means these and these all. Okay, so you can find the minor of any element. Now what about the cofactor? Actually, in cofactor and minor, we have only difference of sign. Okay, sometimes for some element cofactor is exactly equal to minor, and for someone exactly equals to minus of the minor of that element. Okay, so now see cofactor. Cofactor of A11. Now cofactor of A11 is represented as C11. Okay na, C for cofactor, cofactor of A11, and it is equals to minus 1 power this one plus this one, 1 plus 1 and M11. Okay, and minus 1 power 2 is plus 1, so M11. So actually for A11 minor and cofactor both are same, so cofactor of A11 is as it is this one. Okay. Similarly, cofactor of A12, C12, it means cofactor of A12, cofactor of A12, C12 is equals to minus 1 power 1 plus 2. Okay, M12. Now minus 1 power 3 become minus, so minus M12. Okay, so cofactor of A11 is equals to this one, cofactor minor of A11, but cofactor of A12 is equals to minus of minor of A12, and easily we can find the minor. How to get minor of any element? Just hide the corresponding row and column and make the determinant of remaining element. Okay, so we are getting C12. So similarly, actually in general, Cij, cofactor of any ijth element, it means Aij, is equals to minus 1 power I plus j, Mij. Okay, this is the relation between cofactor and minor. Okay, now minus 1 power this one plus this one. Okay, suppose if you have element this one A31, then 3 plus 1 is 4, then minus 1 power 4, it means plus. So cofactor of this one is equals to minor of this one. For this one, I plus j is 5, odd na, odd, then minus 1 power odd is minus. Okay, then cofactor of this one is equals to minus of minor of this element. Okay, so write down. Okay, so cofactor, then example if we have, okay, first write this one, this is it. Okay, so minor and cofactor is complete. Okay, now how to find the value of determinant? If we have determinant of 1 by 1 order, suppose minus 2, then value of this one is minus 2. If we have A, B, C, D 2 by 2 determinant, then easily we can find this one into this one minus this one into this one, AD minus BC. Okay, but if you have order of the determinant is more than 2, then directly we can't find. Okay, then we have to use the definition of definition of value of determinant. Okay, now see how to find the value of Dn. Of determinant of n order. Okay, this is true for any order. Okay, order of determinant if 3, 4 doesn't matter. Okay, but you will get the question only maximum up to 3 order determinant. Okay, na? See, so we have any determinant of n order, general determinant, again I am taking same, A11, A12, A13 and A1n. Okay, A21, A22, A23, A2n, A31, A32, A33, A3n, and at the end nth row an1, an2, an3, ann. Okay, suppose this is the n by n order determinant. Now you want the value of this one. To get the value of determinant, first we have to select any one row or one column. Okay, na? We have to select any one row or one column. Okay, choose any one row. Suppose I am choosing first row. Suppose I am selecting first row. To get the determinant of, to get the value of determinant, first we have to select any row or any column. I am selecting first row. If you are selecting first row, then value of this determinant is the sum of product of these element with corresponding cofactor. It means value of determinant is equals to sum of the element of any row or any column with corresponding cofactor. Okay, sum of the product of element of any one row or any one column with corresponding cofactor. It means multiply A11 with corresponding cofactor, it means C11. Okay, na? Then plus A12 with corresponding cofactor C12. How to get cofactor? First find the minor, then decide the sign. Okay, multiply A13 with the corresponding cofactor C13. Similarly, at the end A1n into C1n. Okay, so value of determinant is the sum of the product of element of any row or column with corresponding cofactor. Okay, so this is the value when I am selecting the R1 first row. You can select any row or any column. Okay, now choose any other, and from for every option you will get the same value of determinant. Okay, now choose any column. Okay, I am selecting C3. Okay, third column. If you are selecting third column, then also you can find the value of this determinant by using the element of this column. Okay, now see how. Just find the sum of product of these element with corresponding cofactor. So multiply A13 with corresponding cofactor C13 plus multiply A23 with corresponding cofactor C23, multiply A33 with corresponding cofactor C33. Okay, at the end A and 3 into C and 3. Simple. Okay, now find the value of determinant by using this one, by using first row or by using third column. You will get the same answer. Okay. Now for example, suppose I want value of this determinant A11, A12, I am taking 3 by 3 degree, okay, order, sorry, A21, A22, A23, okay, A31, A32, A33, okay. Now find the value of this one. Now to find the value of this determinant, choose any one row or any one column. Okay, suppose I am taking third row or second row. I am taking second column. Suppose I am selecting second column. If you are selecting second column, then value of determinant is the sum of the product of element with corresponding cofactor. So this is A12 into C12 plus A22 into C22, okay, plus A32 into C32. Okay, now how to find C12? A12 is same na. Okay, now find C12. C12, to find the cofactor of any element, first find the minor. Okay, then decide the sign. Okay, so see, now C12 is equals to, in terms of minor, minus 1 power 1 plus 2 is 3 and M12. It means minus M12. So sign is negative. Okay, minus M12, first find M12. M12 is to find the minor of A12. M12, it means minor of A12 now. To find the minor of A12, hide the corresponding row and column and make the determinant of remaining element. Remaining elements are A21, A23, A31, A33. Okay, so if you hide corresponding row and column, then you will get the minor. Then A21, A23, we have to hide first row, second column. A31 and A33. Okay, this is the minor, not C12, this is the M12. Now we have to decide the sign. 1 plus 2, 3. If odd, then minus. If even, then plus. So minus sign. Okay, now plus A22. Now what do you want? C22. First find the minor of A22. C22, it means cofactor of A22, but first find the minor of A22. So if you want minor of A22, hide the corresponding row and column and get the determinant by using remaining element. Okay, so remaining element A11, A13. Okay na, second row, second column. A31, A33. Now decide the sign. Okay, now 2 plus 2 is 4, even then plus sign, so as it is. Now plus this one A32, now C32, C32, 4, this one na. So hide corresponding row and column, then this one, this one, this one and this one. A11, A13 and A21, A23, A21, A23. Now decide the sign. 3 plus 2, 5, then minus. Okay, so this is the value of determinant. Now see, again further how can we solve? Minus A12. Okay, minus A12, value of 2 by 2 determinant directly you can find. This one into this one minus this one into this one. So A21, A33 minus A31, A23. Okay, now plus A22. Now value of this one into this one, A11 A33 minus A31 A13. Okay, now at the end value of this one minus A32, this one into this one, A11 A23 minus A21 A13. Okay, so this is the value of this determinant. Easily we can find now. Okay, write down. Okay, can I rough? Okay, again I am taking example. Now we want to find the value of determinant. Find value of determinant. Okay, we will take any three determinant. First one, determinant is 135,007,23 minus 1. Suppose this is, and the second one del is equals to 1 minus 35,246,70 minus 1. Okay, and the third one is D or determinant is equals to 10. Okay, I am taking only these two. Same thing now for all. Can I have? Okay, see, this is it. So first we want value of determinant of this one, 135,007,23 minus 1. Now first you have to select any one row or any one column. Suppose I am selecting first row. Okay, if you are selecting first row, then find out. So how to get? 1. Multiply 1 with its cofactor. Okay, now we have to multiply 1 with its cofactor, but first find the value of minor, then decide the sign. Okay, so first I am finding the value of minor. How to get value of minor of 1? Just hide the corresponding row and column and find the value of determinant of these remaining element. So determinant, value of determinant of these remaining element is this one into this one, 0, minus this one into this one, 21. Okay, now decide the sign. This is the value of minor of 1. Okay, but we have to multiply with cofactor. Now 1 is A11, A11 2, minus 1 power 2 is plus sign. Okay, so here we have plus. Now next is 3. Now multiply 3 with its cofactor. First multiply with minor, then decide the sign. Then sign with minor become cofactor. Okay, so how to get minor of 3? Just hide the corresponding row and column and find the value of determinant. This one into this one minus this one into this one. So 0 minus 14. Okay, this is the value of minor, but we know not that we have to multiply this one with cofactor. So decide the sign. This is A12, 1 plus 2, 3, odd, then minus. Okay, now 5. Multiply with first with minor. So this one 0 minus 0. Okay, now decide the sign. Sign you will get plus, because A13 na 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay, even, so plus. So what you will get? Minus 21 and plus 42, and this is 0. So you will get plus 21. Okay, actually this is with respect to when we are expanding this one with respect to R1. We are expanding this one with respect to R1, then we are getting this one. Now actually now to get to find the value of determinant in easy method, you can also use R2, because in R2 we have 2 0. Okay na? So you can also use R2. Now see, if I take R2 with respect to R2, if you find the value of determinant with respect to R2, it means if you are taking this one, then first 0 is multiply with its minor. Okay, then decide the sign. Sign with negative. Okay na? So first 0 is multiply with its cofactor, but we know that if you multiply 0 with anything, you will get only 0. Okay, so for 0 there is no need to find the value of minor or cofactor. Okay, then again take this one. If you multiply this 0 with its cofactor, again you will get 0. Obviously 0 into anything is 0 na, so 0. Okay, now 7. multiply 7 with its cofactor, hide the corresponding row and column. Okay, second row and third column. Then 3 minus 6, 3 minus 6. Now decide the sign. Okay, if you decide the sign for this one, what we have, this is a2 3, 2 plus 3 5, odd, so minus sign. Okay, if you solve this one again, you will get plus 21. So it doesn't matter, you are using R1 or R2, you are using C1 or C2, always you will get same value. Okay na? So use the row or column in which we have more than 1 0. Okay, or zeros, 1 0 or more than 1 0. Okay, so first one is done. Now try second one. You can use any one row or any one column. 1 2 7 minus 3 4 0 5 6 minus 1. Suppose now I am using C3, third column. Then first 7 is multiplied with its minor, hide the corresponding row and column, then you will get minus 18 and minus 20. Okay, then after that 0. Now first decide the sign. Actually a1 3, 1 and 3 4. Okay, so even, so plus sign. Now for 0, take anything, doesn't matter, but 0 into anything is 0 na. Okay, now for minus 1, hide the corresponding row and column, then 4 minus 6, then minus become plus 6. Okay, now again decide the sign. For this one a3 3, then 3 plus 3 is 6, even, then plus sign. So plus, so minus become minus, because minus is already we have na. So again if you take plus, then plus minus become minus. Okay, so value of this one is this is minus. Okay, now find out. I can multiply. Okay, na 20 and 18, then 38 and into 7 and then minus. Okay, you can find. And also easily you can remember for 3 by 3 determinant, you can easily remember the sign. Okay, see. Okay, a11 plus sign, a12 minus sign. Okay na, sign for cofactor. a13 plus sign, a21 minus, 2 plus 1 is 3 na, odd, so minus, plus minus plus minus plus. Okay, this is this signs for cofactor. Okay na, after finding the value of minor. Okay, write down. So we can easily find the value of determinant. Okay, if you want value of determinant of 4 order, then also same process. Okay na, choose any one row or column and multiply the elements of that row or column with corresponding cofactor and then add them. Okay, now next, which is important, properties of determinant. Okay, properties of determinant. Remember these all the properties of determinant, otherwise you will get the problem in questions. Okay, so first property. Now actually find the value of determinant or value of transpose of determinant, you will get same value. Okay, it means D is equals to D transpose. Okay, transpose, it means interchange in row and column. Interchange of row into column doesn't affect the value of determinant. Okay, interchange of row into column doesn't affect the value of determinant. It means determinant is equals to transpose of determinant. Okay, for example, if this is A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. If this is any determinant, find the value of this one or find the value of transpose of this one. You will get same value. Transpose, it means first row become first column, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3 and C1, C2, C3. Okay, if you find the value of both, you will get same. Okay, you can check now by finding the value of both, you will get same. Second, suppose in any row or in any column we have all elements as 0, then value is always 0. Okay, see, simple now. Suppose we have 3 by 3 determinant. Now suppose R1 has all element as 0. If R1 has all element 0, then obviously I can choose R1 to expand this determinant or to find the value of determinant. If you are choosing R1, because choose R1, R2 or R3, always you will get same value, na? Okay, if you are choosing R1, then 0 into anything is 0, plus 0 into anything is 0, plus 0 into anything is 0. So obviously you will get value of determinant as 0. Okay, so if all element of any one row or column if all element of any one row or column are 0, then value of determinant is 0. Okay, if all the element of any one row or any one column are 0, then value of determinant is also 0. Okay, remember. Third one, if you any two row or any two column identical, then also value is 0. Okay na? Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 2, 3. Now R1 is equals to R3. We have two identical row na. Now find the value of this one. You will get 0 obviously. Okay, so I am writing directly, but you can check now by finding the value of this determinant. Okay. If any two row or two column are identical, then value of determinant is 0. Then also value of determinant is 0. Okay, easy na? Yeah. Now fourth point. Now actually, if you interchange any two row or any two column, suppose you are interchanging R1 and R2, it means R2 at the place of R1 and R1 at the place of R2, then you will get difference of sign in the value of determinant. Okay, it means suppose value of this determinant is 10. If you are interchanging these two, then you will get minus 10. If value of this determinant is minus 10, then if you interchange these two, then you will get value as plus 10. Okay, it means change of sign. So I am writing, if any two row or any 1 minute interchange in any two row or any two column, interchange in any two row or any two column. If we interchange, then if we interchange any two row or any two column, then value of determinant gets multiplied by -1. Okay, value of determinant is get multiplied by -1. For example, if you want example, can I first write down? Okay, I am writing here example. Write down this. Suppose value of this one 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, value of this one is 10 minus 12 minus 2. And now interchange any two row. Okay, we have only two row, so I am interchanging 4, 5, 2, 3. Now find the value 12 minus 10, 2. See, value is multiplied by -1. Okay, na? Now can I have? So how many properties are done? Fourth. Now fifth one. Okay, fifth. Sum of determinant. How to add a determinant? Okay. Now actually sum of any two determinant is only possible when we have only one row or one column different. It means remaining two row or remaining two column must be same. Okay. Only when one row or column is different. Okay, so sum of determinant is only possible when only one row or column is different. It means remaining two row or remaining two column must be same. Now see, if you want to add these two determinant, then first any two row or any two column must be same. Now choose row or column. Okay, suppose I want two row same. So suppose second and third will be same and I am changing only first row. So A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Now suppose second row B1, B2, B3 is same and third row is also same, C1, C2, C3. Okay, I am changing only one row. You can change only one row or one column, na? Okay, so suppose A1 days, A2 days, A3 days. Now you can add these. Okay, and how to add? These same row remain same. B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Okay, and R1 is add of these corresponding row. A1 plus A1 days, A2 plus A2 days and A3 plus A3 days. Okay, vice versa also. It means you can add any two matrices, any two determinant if we have only one row or one column different. Okay, na? And similarly you can write any determinant in terms of sum of two determinant. Okay, when you can write any determinant in terms of sum of two determinant if element of any one row or column are written as sum of two elements. See na, in R1 every element is written as sum of two element. Okay, now you can separate this one. Okay, na? How can we separate? These remain same and in one determinant write A1, A2, A3, in other we can write A1 days, A2 days, A3 days. Okay, so if all the element of any one row or any one column expressed given as sum of two element, then you can also break the determinant in two parts in this way. This is equals to this one. Okay. Sixth, how to multiply a constant with a determinant. Multiplication of constant. by determinant. Okay, now suppose we have a constant lambda and you want to multiply this lambda, okay, I am taking k, and you want to multiply this k with a determinant a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3. Okay, now how to multiply? If you are multiplying constant to determinant, then inside you can multiply with any one row or any one column. Okay, in case of matrix, when we are multiplying with constant, then constant will be multiplied with all the element, but in determinant you can multiply this one with any one row or any one column. Okay, now choose any one row or any one column. Suppose I am taking first column. Okay, so you can multiply k with only these, k a1, k b1, k c1. If you are multiplying determinant with any constant, then you can multiply that constant with any one row or any one column. Okay, now k is multiplied, then a2, b2, c2 and a3, b3, c3 remains same. Okay, if you want to multiply k with all the element, then how many column or how many row we have? We have 3 row. Then you want k power 3. Okay, 1k for first row, 1k for second row, and third k for third row. Okay, so what we want? K power 3. Okay, now so k power 3 into this determinant, k power 3 a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3. Okay, now if you have k power 3, then you can multiply, then you will get k with every element. Okay, now 1k with the first row, 1k with the second row, and remaining third k with third row. Okay, then what you will get? Then you will get that k a1, k a2, k a3. Okay, and k b1, k b2 and k b3, k c1, k c2 and k c3. Okay, now suppose if you want determinant of k into a, where a is matrix. Okay, determinant of k into a, where a is any square matrix of order n, this value is equals to k power n into determinant of a. This value is equals to k power n into determinant of a. Now how? See, simple. Suppose a is equals to 3 by 3 matrix, a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3 and c1, c2, c3. Okay, now I want to prove this one. Now this is the a. Now ka, we are multiplying with k. If you are multiplying with k, then k is multiplied with every element, because this is the matrix. Okay, for determinant any one row or any one column, but for matrix we have to multiply with every element. So k, 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 k. Okay, now if you are taking determinant on both sides, now take common k. If you take common k, k from one row, k from second row, k from third row, then what you will get? K power 3. K power 3, then you will get a1, a2, a3, c1, c2, c3, like this one. Now this is the determinant of a. Okay, so determinant of k into a is equals to k power 3 into determinant of a. 3 is n order. Okay, like this one now. Okay, right. Eighth one, determinant of a into b is equals to date a into date b. Ninth one, determinant of a power n is equals to date a power n. Okay, write down first. Okay. Now last and very important, that is 10th one. row and column transformation doesn't affect the value of determinant. Row or column transformation doesn't affect value of determinant. Row and column transformation doesn't affect the value of determinant. Now what is the row or column transformation? Okay, actually row transformation is for row, column transformation is for column. Okay, it means in row transformation of any row you can't use the column, and in transformation of column you can't use any row. Okay, now and both are similar thing. Okay, only one change that row transformation is performed on rows and column transformation performed for column only. Okay, now what is the row transformation? In any row you can add or subtract, in any row you can add or subtract the constant multiple of other row. This is known as row transformation. Okay, row transformation meaning of this one is in any row we can add or subtract the constant multiple of other row. Okay, same column transformation. In column transformation, it means in any column we can add or subtract the constant multiple of other column. Okay, row transformation, it means in any row you can add or subtract the constant multiple of other row, and column transformation, it means in any column we can add or subtract the constant multiple of other column. Okay, so in column transformation just replace row with a column. Okay, now see, suppose we have any determinant, this one a1 a2 a3, b1 b2 b3, c1 c2 c3. now I want to use row transformation. Okay, if you use row transformation then value of determinant remains same. Okay, now what is the row transformation? See, row transformation is for any row. This is R1, R2, R3. So what is the row transformation? In any row we can add or subtract the constant multiple of other row. So I am choosing R2. Okay, now in R2 I can add or subtract the constant multiple of other row. It means either R1 or R3. Okay, so how to write these transformation? First, always if you are changing in R2 then always first change R2. Sorry, always first write R2. Okay, na? Because in R2 you can add or subtract the constant multiple of other. So I have to write R2 na. Now in R2 you can add or subtract the constant multiple of other row. This is R1. So suppose k into R1. If k is positive, it means I am adding the constant multiple. If k is negative, then I am subtracting the constant multiple of R1 in R2. Okay, also you can take R3. Okay, you can take any one or you can take both also. Okay, and plus k dash R3. Now see, actually what is this process we are doing in R2? It means I am changing R2. This is the row transformation. In any row you can add or subtract the constant multiple of other row. Okay, na? Other row R1 and R3. You can multiply the constant with other row. You can't multiply the constant with that same row. Okay na? So here we have to remember one thing, that if you are changing in R2, then R2 must be added. Okay, it means you can't write only this one. No, this is not possible. In any row we can add or subtract the constant multiple of other row, but you can't replace any row with other rows. Okay, with constant multiple of other rows. So this is not possible. So R2 must be written. R2 must be added and must not be multiplied by k. Okay, you can't multiply R2 by k. Okay na? You can multiply other row with any constant, but if you are changing R2, then you can't multiply R2 with any constant. Okay, see, now how can I say that after row or column transformation value of determinant remains same? See, now perform this transformation. If you perform this transformation, then this become, we are performing in R2, it means R1 and R3 remain same. Okay na? Only R2 changes. So first write R1 R3 same, A1 A2 A3. Okay, C1 C2 C3. Now in R2 we are changing. What we are doing? We are adding in R2 k into R1 plus k dash into R3. It means in R2 what we are doing? We are adding k into R1 and k dash into R3. Now take corresponding element. It means first one is B1. In B1 what we are doing? K into R1. So k into R1, k A1. Okay, plus k dash R3. This is the R3. So k dash R3. In R3 element is C1. Okay, like this. Here A2. This is C2. Okay. A3 and C3. Okay na? Multiply this one with k and add. Multiply this one with k dash and add. Okay. Now again for second element, R2 plus k R1 plus k dash R3. So R2 B2 plus k R1, k into this one, k A2 and plus k dash R3. R3 element is C2. Okay. Now here also same, R2 plus k R1 plus k dash R3. So first R2 B3 plus k R1 k A3 and plus k dash C3. Okay, this is belongs to this transformation. Now I have to prove that this value is same as this one. Okay na? See, how can I prove? Can I break this determinant in three parts? Obviously, if all the element of any row or column is expressed as a sum of two elements, then you can break this one in two parts. Okay, here we have sum of three elements, so I can break this one in three parts. So see, okay, these remain same, A1 A2 A3 C1 C2 C3 in all, A1 A2 A3 C1 C2 C3. Okay, A1 A2 A3 C1 C2 C3. Okay, now in R2, in first determinant I am taking B1 B2 B3, B1 B2 B3, and second one I am taking KA1 KA2 KA3. Okay, then from second row I can take common K now, then what become A1 A2 A3. Okay, now in third I am taking K dash C1 K dash C2 K dash C3. I can take common K dash, then C1 C2 C3. Now value of this is equals to 0. Why? Because R1 is equals to R2. If any two row or any two column are same, then value of determinant is equals to 0. Similarly, this is also equals to 0 because R2 equals to R3. If any two row or any two column are same, then value of determinant is equals to 0 and this is equals to D. So D plus 0 plus 0. So what we are getting? Only D. This is same as this one, no? Okay. So row and column transformation doesn't affect the value of determinant. Okay. Write down. These are the properties. After that we will take the questions. write down. Okay, can I have? मैं कर देता. Okay. Now to solve the determinant, we have two options, either directly expansion and second one is by using the properties. Okay, actually sometimes directly we can't expand, or sometimes we have to questions are given such that prove that this determinant is equals to x minus y, y minus z, z minus x into x plus y plus z. Now by using expansion, direct expansion, you can't convert that answer in terms of factorization. Okay, so we have to use the properties, and remember these all the properties. Now some standard result, actually these results or questions same thing, but these are general, so I am taking these as a result, and also you have to remember these some standard some standard result. First one, 1 1 1 x y z, x square y square z square. This one or this one, both are same thing, because del equals to del transpose na. Okay, 1 1 1 x y z, x square y square z square, or 1 1 1 x y z, x square y square z square, both are same thing, and this value is equals to x minus y, y minus z, z minus x. Okay, second, 1 1 1 x y z, x cube y cube z cube. This is equals to x minus y, y minus z, z minus x, x plus y plus z. We will prove these, but first write down. Third one, 1 1 1, now x square y square z square, x cube y cube and z cube. Now this is equals to x minus y, y minus z, z minus x and xy plus yz plus zx. Okay, and fourth one, ABC BCA CAB, that is equals to 3ABC minus a cube minus b cube minus c cube. Okay, these four we have to remember. Actually these are suppose general questions, so we have to remember these. Okay, first write down, then we will prove. Okay, done. See, now first one. Now what do you want? We want value of determinant 1 1 1 x y z, x square y square z square. Now we have to prove that value of this determinant is equals to x minus y, y minus z and z minus x. Okay, so now we have two options. First, you can expand this one and at the end factorize, you will get this one. Okay, but what about the next question? Suppose we can make 3 factor, but we can't make 4 factor na. Okay, so it means we have to use properties. Okay, now which property we have to use? Now see, in RHS what we want? X minus y. In this determinant you will get x minus y if you subtract this one minus this one. If you take this one minus this one, then you will get x minus y na. Okay, but can I perform this action? Can you subtract x minus y? Actually we have na 11th row and transformation doesn't affect the value of determinant. It means in any row or in any column, in any row we can add or subtract the constant multiple of other row. In any column you can add or subtract the constant multiple of other column. So this is the C1 first column, this is the C2. I want to subtract C2 in C1. Okay, so I am performing column transformation. I am changing in C1, and what we are doing, so first C1 must be added. Now in C1 you can add or subtract the constant multiple of other column transformation. So I want x minus y, so I am subtracting C2 in C1, so minus C2. C1 must be added and C1 must not be multiplied with any constant. Okay na? So C1 minus C2. In any row or column we can add or subtract the constant multiple of other row. In any column we can add or subtract the constant multiple of other column. So in C1 I am subtracting C2, no problem. Now see, C1 minus C2. We are changing in C1, so C2 and C3 remain same. 1 y square, 1 z square. Okay, we have to change only in C1. In C1 what we are doing, C1 minus C2. 1 minus 1 0, x minus y, x square minus y square, like this one. Okay, now see, now you can take common x minus y from C1. Okay na? In determinant if you want to take common any value, then we have to take common only from one row or one column. Okay na? Because when we are multiplying with any constant, then constant is multiplied with any one row or any one column. So in determinant just take common from any one row or any one column. So I am taking common x minus y from C1. Okay, if you take common x minus y from C1, then what you will get? Here 0, here 1. Okay, and here x plus y, because x square minus y square can be written na, x minus y into x plus y. Okay, so x minus y we are taking common, then x plus y remain, then 1 y square, 1 z square. Okay, now we are getting x minus y. Now what we want y minus z. How you will get y minus z? You will get y minus z if you subtract this one in this one, y minus z. This is C2, okay na, and this is C3. Y minus z you will get now. So it means in C2 I have to subtract C3. Okay, so next I am performing the column operation in C2. So C2 must be added, and what we want y minus z. It means in C2 we want to subtract C3. So C2 minus C3. Can I do this one? Okay, yes, because in any column you can add or subtract the constant multiple of other column. Obviously I can do. Okay, so fine, x minus y same. Now you are changing in C2, so C1 and C3 remain same. So first write them, x plus y. C3 is 1 z square. In C2 what we are doing, we are subtracting C3. Okay, in C2 we are subtracting C3. So 1 minus 1 0, y minus z, and y square minus z square. Okay, again from this and you can take common y minus z. Okay, now take common y minus z from C2, then x minus y minus z from this one, 0 1 x plus y, 0 1, y square minus z square can be written as y minus z into y plus z. Y minus z we are taking common, then y plus z. Okay, and then 1 z square. Now again we want z minus x, but now no problem, because in one row we have 2 0 na, then expand, and also now we have remaining only one factor, so automatically when we expand this one, then you will get. Okay, so see, expand now. Anytime if you are getting 2 0 in any one column or row, then just expand the determinant. Okay, now if you expand, I am expanding with respect to R1. So 0 multiply with cofactor becomes 0. Then 0 multiply with cofactor becomes 0. But for this one sign is minus. Now for this one plus. Plus minus plus. Okay, 1 is multiply with its minus. Then this one into this one minus this one into this one. Y plus z minus x plus y. Okay. Y cancel out z minus x. So what we are getting? X minus y, y minus z, and z minus x. Okay, write down first one. Okay, done. In any row we can add or subtract the constant multiple of other row. In any column we can add or subtract the constant multiple of other column. Okay. So now second one is, in second one we have determinant as 1 1 1 x y z and x cube y cube z cube. Okay. And in this one you want to prove that this is equals to x minus y, y minus z, z minus x, and x plus y plus z. Okay. Now again same. First what do you want? X minus y. How you get x minus y? You will get x minus y if you take this one minus this one. Okay na? This one minus this one. Now this is C1 and this is C2. So in C1, so first write C1. What do you want to do? I want to subtract C2. So minus C2. Okay. And also, okay, first part from this one. So del equals to, in C1 what we are doing? We are subtracting C2. So 0 x minus y. In any column you can add or subtract the constant multiple of other column. Okay, you can use these two also, but at this time we want only x minus y now. So I am taking C1 minus C2 only. X cube minus y cube. Okay, 1 y cube and 1 z cube. Okay. From this one you can take common x minus y, but also we want y minus z now. So first I am making y minus z, then we will take common both simultaneously. So see, so how to get y minus z? If you subtract from this one from this one, okay, now y minus z. So in C2 I have to subtract C3. So I am changing in C2 minus C3. This is the second column, this is the third column. So in any column you can add or subtract the constant multiple of other column. Okay. So del equals to 0 x minus y. You can make the factorization of this one, x minus y. Okay, first write this one, then next time we will take common. 1 minus 1 0, y minus z and y cube minus z cube. Okay, 1 z cube. Okay, now from this one I am taking common x minus y, and from this one I am taking common y minus z. Okay, then what remains? 0 1. X cube minus y cube can be written as x minus y into x square plus y square plus xy. So what remains? X square plus y square plus xy. Okay. Now from this one we are taking common y minus z. From 0 if you take common anything, then you will get 0. Then 1 and y minus z common, then what you will get? Y square plus z square plus yz. And this one remains same, 1 z cube. Now here again you want z minus x. Now you have two options. Either you can make z minus x. How you will get z minus x? If you take this one minus this one, then you will get. Okay. Otherwise, in any one row or in any one column, if you are getting 2 zeros, just expand directly. Okay. So I am expanding directly. See, x minus y, y minus z. Okay. If you expand with respect to R1, then 0 multiply with cofactor becomes 0. 0 multiply with cofactor, so sign is minus, then minus 0. Okay. Then 1 plus 1 plus minus plus 1 multiply with its minor, hide corresponding row and column, then this one into this one minus this one into this one. So this one into this one is y square plus z square plus yz minus this one into this one, then you will get minus x square minus y square minus xy. Okay. Now see, y square cancel out, x minus y, y minus z, and in this one see, z square minus x square can be written as z minus x into z plus x. And okay, now this one is done. In these two I can take common y, then z minus x. Okay. Now take common z minus x, then what you will get? Z plus x plus y. It means x plus y plus z. Okay. Okay. So try remaining two. Okay. Otherwise we will prove in next class. Okay.